Hey guys, and welcome back to Subnautica. We are in a different spot to come in than we were before, but hopefully, this time it will actually work. Oh my freaking god, I did not even know he was that close. But, it's fine. I got turned around. Anyway, this direction. Oh, good Jesus God. Okay, I'm starting to think it's not my recording software. Maybe it is. It probably is. I don't know. After that bug just like kind of made me mad. I apologize for that. I hate bugs in games. I really just hate them. I know that they have to exist, but I work in software engineering, and I don't know. The game industry is very different than, say, any industry that has, like, you know, honestly, the game industry is kind of its own little thing with its bugs. In most games, you're allowed to have, like, there are some bugs that I feel like are fairly glaring that I'm surprised make it through QA, if they even have QA. I just wonder how some of them actually get there in the first place. Like, you'd think that you'd catch something like that. I guess I don't know how it's programmed, but you'd think that you'd know that issue, and with the community reporting as many bugs as it probably does, I don't know. I just feel like the bugs that I see, maybe they have like a slew of them that they just don't have the time to fix, but I don't know. Some of the stuff, it feels like, why would they not be fixed, you know? There's got to be a reason for why not, because they definitely could have probably fixed these things. They got to have other priorities, and I wonder what those priorities are. Now, I've heard that they're adding like an Arctic biome, which I think would be cool. I've heard that they're thinking about it, not that they are. And I think that's cool, but I would love to see like a release of the game where they said, okay, we're going to take the next 2 months, and the only thing we're going to do is fix defects. That'd be awesome. I'd support that. I would like that more than new content. I love content and everything in my games, but I would rather have a seamless game than one that was packed with content that was mostly working. Because it just doesn't matter to me it just doesn't matter to me how much cool stuff you have. If it doesn't work, oh my good god. If it just doesn't work as intended, the magic is lost, I would say. Not that the game isn't good, because I think this game is great. I've spent a lot of time playing this game and I love it. But I feel like it would be just that much better. It could be that much better if the defects were fixed. Like, enemy clipping, that's hard. That's a hard defect, because letting the monsters clipping, that's sweet. We want that real bad. The monsters clipping through textures, that's something that that's hard to fix, because you gotta. I bet the points of contact that they have, the places where it won't make it through, are. Oh my freaking god! And the chills, they make me want to die inside. Yeah. What is this? Oh, there's another entrance on the other side. That's cool. But yeah. I forget what I was saying. Oh, that wasn't that important. Yeah. Anyway, I'd love to see a defect-free game. Like in the financial industry or something like that. If you have defects in your code, that can cost you, like, no shit, millions of dollars in fines, government fines, things like that. So when you release something to the public, you need to be damn sure that it doesn't have anything that's going to stop users from being able to do the things that they need to be able to do. Because once you're beholden to a government entity or something with audits, not the public, because any gamer can sit down and be like, oh, this doesn't work, developers, fix this. Well, when the government comes to you and says, hey, this doesn't work, you need to fix this, that usually is accompanied with very hefty fines. And I wish I saw more games that were seamless. And Subnautica is not an exception. Bethesda games are well known for being buggy, and they're like a multi-million-dollar company, multi-million-dollar company. So I just wonder, I don't know. It is hard to write software without defects, and you have to write software with defects. They have to exist because it's impossible to write something that's perfect. But I would consider the defect of, like, the prawn suit doesn't know if it's inside or outside, or if it's in the water or not. That would be like that's a pretty serious defect, because that can ruin games. That could ruin potentially, like, probably a maximum of maybe an hour. I don't know if you wouldn't save after an hour. Maybe you wouldn't. We went that way, right? So we went up the... Yeah, whatever. We're this direction. Pretty sure. Yeah, that's the way. Fuck you! Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Just heading through here. Yeah, you'd think the certain kind of defects would be considered like we can't release without this kind of thing. But I don't know. Maybe I have like maybe it's the defect that only appears maybe once in, I don't know, 1,000. 1 in 1,000 users experience that defect during their game. Because I didn't experience it last game. Actually, no, that's not true. I did experience that, but not in a place where it was really important that it didn't happen. So it didn't really matter at the time. Yeah. I've never had a defect. I will say I've never had a defect in this game where I had to reload a save because it stopped me from continuing onward until that defect right there. So that was a shame. That was a shame. And I've had, oh my god, Bethesda defects, baby. They might make an Olympic sport out of. And again, I love Bethesda games as well, but they might make an Olympic sport out of releasing a game with defects all over it. They still got quests that are so buggy that I fear starting certain quests in Skyrim to this day because they don't work. No, not Skyrim. Fallout 4, or basically any Bethesda game. They just have these defects that I think are hilarious. But who knows? I guess I don't do game programming, so I have tried it though. I've done game programming before for a little while, and it is a wholly different animal. It is a wholly different animal. I would say, I don't know if it's harder, but actually, I might say that game programming is perhaps a little easier in some cases because you have these really nice tools usually built out for you. If you have to make the tools, then it's hell on earth. But most people don't have to do that. I would imagine they don't. But yeah, it can be... I would say game development has the most tedium in its coding. Because when things go wrong, I find, at least in my case, that it is difficult to find the thing that's causing the problem. Because you have like, I don't know, a million rationally maybe 40 objects in a particular area interacting with each other, and it's hard to tell where the problem is coming from unless you've done it for a while and you know what you're talking about. You know where to look for these problems, but for me, it starts at a dartboard. It starts at a dartboard when it's game programming. Got no clue. Problem could be anywhere. But for normal programming, I feel like if you're maintenance programming, that's different, because then you got somebody else's code, and they could have been an insane person who made everything global. But if you write your own code, if it's all your own code, then I'd say when you see a defect, I'd say more often than not, you kind of know where to look. You know what areas are like, that seems like the place where I was probably a little too lax. With game programming, it's not as like that, because they have more scripts that run, whereas I would say, standard, normal, common programming has more of a focus on, like, I don't know, non-script, like actual hard code. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. To this day, I still don't know how to use the fancy terminology words. I just know how to do stuff. So ignore me. What do I know? I'm just some guy on YouTube. Makes videos of Subnautica and complains. In other news, we got the things we wanted. We got that blue thingamabobber. And now that we have the blue thingamabobber, we're heading back up past the Ghost Leviathan, which is a bummer. We are heading back up so that we can go ahead and we're going all the way over there, in fact. We're going to go ahead and go all the way over there. I don't think we need any more upgrades. I think we're pretty much solid on upgrades. We might need to remake some power cells. How are we doing on power? Oh my lord. Why? Why is it that low? That's really low. That's real low. One moment, please, as I cut off all the jerks that are draining my power in a horrible kind of way, I guess. I guess there's only one. Maybe. I don't know. But we're gonna be fine getting back, I believe. I'll get that guy off too. Yeah, we're gonna be just fine getting back home. And then when we get home, we're gonna build the depth modules we need. And once we have the depth modules we need built, we will do the things. We'll go down farther, meet the creepy thing that keeps talking to us, making us very uncomfortable. Yes, this is good. This is good. I believe left is the blood kelp zone. But I don't really want to go left. I want to go straight. I think we can get past the Ghost Leviathan just fine going straight. I'm pretty sure. No. That's the other place, right? So we want to head this way. Remember, we're heading over to that beacon too, which is through the Grand Reef. Which we've... You know what? It's so much faster. Oh, I can't stop myself. It's so much faster to go the other way. So we're gonna. And hopefully not get exploded by the Ghost Leviathan. I hope we don't. I really, really, really hope we don't. But, if we do, we saved recently. So it's fine. This is just... It's not that it's faster... It's that it's so much faster that I cannot ignore it. It's just too convenient. It's way too convenient to do it, so we gotta do it. Look at that, the UI goes through that. I wonder what the setting is on that. Because it seems to be all waterfalls and fluids and stuff. So it's gotta be that those particular textures have like a priority on them. And if you know anything about priority setting and game programming and stuff like this, there's like 1,000 different, or more than, is there more than 1,000? No, there might be like 200 something, at least in Unity there's 200 something settings for the priority. I just need to know where he is so I can know where to avoid. We're just gonna go sail right through, I guess. You know what? Whatever. Whatever. I don't care. I do care. I care a lot, actually, which is... It's my downfall. Where is he? He's somewhere around here. Up? No? Side to side? Left to right? I don't know. I don't know where he is, and that makes me scared. He's clearly near me. Oh! Did he just like...
Rig for silent running.
I don't know. He's doing his thing over there. We're gonna do our thing over here. Let him live his life. Let us live ours. There's the exit, I believe. I've lost him again. The giant snakefish. I have lost him again. Okay, cool. In other news, we're out of here. Oop, almost. Now we're out of here. I really wish that I was a fish. Never mind. It's a joke. Oh my goodness God, this video might be going a little bit long. In fact, all the videos I have recorded today might be going a little bit long. I did not plan on recording this much stuff, but I don't want to stop until we get to the top. So until we get out of here. Hear that? What the hell just happened? What happened? Am I crazy? Is something going on? Something wrong? I'm turning down the volume on my headphones real quick to freak out less. Let's do one of these. Oh, it's just the music doing music things. Alright. Alright, I wish we could come back here because it's just so much faster. Ascend. 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 Faster. I'm rising us as fast as we can go. I've got the button held down. Alright, we heading back. We heading back, boys. Still can't see the top. Oh, there we go. So we're pretty close to the surface. Alright. Whoops. Alright. We're fine. Everything's fine. Everything is gonna be okay. Yeah, it's dark enough. Alright, well, we kinda know, sorta, kinda, a little bit where to go. I really wish we could go back in there next time. It's gonna be... we'll go through Beacon 2, because that is gonna be the last time we head down that far, so it will be fine. It will be just fine. What we'll probably end up doing, and by that I mean, what we'll definitely end up doing is we'll build the things we need to build. Then we will put them in the prawn suit and the Cyclops. After we've put them in the prawn suit and the Cyclops, we will go down through Beacon 2. We'll go down through the Grand Reef. Head all the way to the bottom, see the very end of this, all the way, see it through, find that creepy voice that keeps talking to us. Once we do that, we have another mission we need to do, so we'll achieve that, and then we will go back into the Aurora, into the captain's cabin, and see about finding that way off the ship. Or way off the ship, off the planet. Pretty cool, huh? Bet that's its own object that kind of revolves around the world. Yeah, it seems real. Yeah, it seems like its own thing. I don't know. I don't think that's part of the skybox. I think it's its own object. Probably closer than you think it is. Probably much closer than you think it is. Or much farther away. It depends. Depends on the... Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I do know that we're gonna start running into... Yeah. So we're almost back home. I'm gonna probably call the episode here. Unless you are really interested. You know what? We're so close. Let's go together. Let's get there together. But this is going to be it for the episode. Next episode is, I think, depending on time, it might be 1 or 2 episodes, but we're a maximum of 3 episodes away from like the very end of the game. So I might take actually a little bit of a moment to go ahead and make some like power cell to recharge the power cell. Have I been running on? Yeah, I was running on. I was running on silent for that whole time, which is it's not what you want to do. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more. Anyway, I'll see you next time. See you later.